Hello, welcome to your new moon tarot readings for September 2016. Thank you for stopping by. New moons are the best time to plant the seeds to co-create your life, and you are going to tend to these seeds, nurture them, water them, help them grow, and they will culminate into full moons 6 months from now, roughly 6 months from now. So my readings are about planting the seeds for this new moon activation point. Keep in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate with you. For personal readings, please check out the description box below for more information. I am offering Name Your Price Star Tarot readings until the end of 2016. Also listed below are timestamps if you would like to skip insights on the new moon transits. I have prayed to God, to angels, to my ancestors, to spirit guides, to deliver clear, loving messages for the highest good of all. So let's get into it. Because this is very Virgo-centric, it's worth mentioning that Mercury is in retrograde and Mercury is in Virgo, and Virgo is very mercurial. Mercury is about information, communication. When Mercury is in retrograde, we can experience delays in email or technology breakdowns or misunderstandings, jumbled up information. What I got from these readings was being overly involved in details. So there's this information overload that a lot of the signs are experiencing, and most of the messages I've been getting are just to simplify this information. So we are going to have to make a lot of edits this new moon cycle to weed out the information that is unnecessary and distracting us from the big picture. But these are the times you have to embrace Mercury in retrograde. Everyone hates Mercury in retrograde because, you know, things are frustrating, calls don't go through, computers break down, and, you know, it's frustrating because we want to just get things done. But I think there's a purpose. I think to embrace Mercury in retrograde is to look at these breakdowns and look at them as happy accidents. So maybe you're communicating with someone via email and things get heated or something, and you you know, write this long reply. Oh, what would be even better is comments, because a lot of people fight in like social media comments. So let's use this as an example. You're having a fight on Facebook about some sort of political thing. And for whatever reason, this big long comment that you had that, you know, brought light to the political system and how this country is run, and you spent, you know, 30 minutes typing this dissertation on your opinion, only to have your server shut down and you weren't able to deliver that message. So this can be really frustrating. This is the effects of Mercury in retrograde. But I think during these times, it helps us, like, that message wasn't meant to go through, so it helps us stop, slow down, and think of better ways to get our message across, to figure out better ways to use technology. So it's just a time to embrace Mercury in retrograde is to embrace the delays as times to perfect systems. And because this is in Virgo, and because Virgo is ruled by Mercury, I think what we can learn from Virgo in this Mercury in retrograde, in this Sun in Virgo, in this Moon in Virgo, is to step back from our like hypercriticism, which is also Virgo, but step back from the situation and reevaluate how we go about things. So don't get frustrated with Mercury in retrograde. I mean, it is frustrating, but one way to curb that frustration is to embrace it for the opportunity to make it better. In my readings, it seems like air signs are going to handle the Mercury in retrograde better than others this month. They're very cerebral signs. They think a lot about abstract thought, and they're very like communicative. So that is my Mercury in retrograde. Another planetary influence that has been activated during this new moon is the Pisces-Saturn square. And mutable signs are going to struggle with these energies. I'm sorry. Mercury in retrograde, the air signs are Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And those are the signs that are going to handle Mercury in retrograde the best. But for the Pisces-Saturn square, mutable signs, which are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, they're going to struggle with Pisces and Saturn square the most. And what this square is doing is it's challenging our fact versus fiction. You have cold hard facts, hypercriticism, this is Saturn, overanalyzing, information overload, skepticism, and stubborn, like fixated on stubborn data. And that's Saturn. Saturn is the hard lesson planet. And mixed with Mercury in retrograde and this information overload, you know, too detail-oriented type of energy, some of you might be feeling this very strongly. For others, it's the cold hard facts versus delusion, living in a fantasy, over-imagination, detached from reality. So that's going to be on the Pisces end. It's going to be more dreamy. It's going to be more detached from reality, not living, not seeing what's really there, like believable lies. So I think this Pisces-Saturn square is going, how we can use this, it's going to cause a lot of fights. It's going to cause a lot of fights, in the workplace. It's going to cause a lot of fights in families, in like multi-generational situations. And I feel like it's going to be, you know, a lot over what we usually fight about with different generations, which is religion and politics. And since if you live in the U.S., since we're in an election cycle, you know, things get more heated and divisive. So this Pisces-Saturn square is going to challenge all of us to piece together what is real and see what areas we need to suspend our disbelief and kind of be more idealistic about, because sometimes when we are too fixated on data, we're not seeing the big picture, like the Mercury in retrograde situation. And I think this, how we can use it to our advantage is to articulate our manifestations. So this is going to help us weed out unnecessary expectations that Saturn has, but it's also going to get us more realistic with our dreams, like Pisces experiences. So we're going to articulate what we want in life based on this push and pull of facts and fantasy. Another planetary influence, the last one, is the there's Mars in Sagittarius and Saturn in Sagittarius. And during my tarot readings, all of the animal cards, except for Leo, the lion, got the devil. Excuse me. Aries is the ram, Taurus is the bull, Sagittarius is the horse, Capricorn is the goat. Aries, Taurus, Sagittarius, and Capricorn all got the devil. Don't be scared of the devil. It means a lot of different things. But in this, planetary dance for this month, and it meant different things in different readings too, but the energy of the month, if you're dealing with this Mars in Sagittarius, Saturn in Sagittarius, is, think about the devil, like the actual devil, Lucifer. He's a fallen angel who's stuck on earth. So I think the energy we're dealing with is in regards to our animal urges, to, sex and lust, or ego drama and us lashing out. So there might be some temptations. There might be some, temptations to, screw things we shouldn't. Or there might be some temptations to pick fights that will not bring about any resolutions. They're just fights to win. They're just fights to dominate. So I think those mammal signs, Aries, Taurus, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and also fire signs, even though the Leo did not have devil, Leo is a fire sign, and I feel like they are still involved in this story. So just be aware of your instincts and try to rise above. Try to be like an angel. I mean, not you don't have to be a saint or anything. Just try to rise above temptations that are going to keep you stuck on earth and not elevating to a higher place. So that is the planetary insights that I got for my tarot readings. For the planetary insights I got before my tarot readings, it is included in the description box below. Also, the decks I used, and plenty of other information. So now on to your tarot readings. Hello, Taurus. So, something from your past has come back, and it keeps happening and happening and happening. And you haven't dealt with it on a soul level. You haven't cleansed it from your karma. So it goes over and over and over again. And this situation is something that you feel chained to, and it's definitely some sort of establishment, some sort of institution, some sort of traditional thing, and only you will know what I'm talking about. It could be, it's typically the church card, but it can also signify an employer, like corporate business places, or even marriage, just the traditional way of traditional institutions. So something about this traditional institution, whatever it is, it can even be school, by the way, but it's an institution, and it has left you feeling chained, tied down, no freedom. And what happened is an opportunity presented itself to break free from this institution. From this institution you felt like you couldn't breathe in, like you couldn't have any freedom in. So it looked like this new opportunity held new possibilities. So you scrapped other projects and you went in this direction. So you find yourself in this new position, and yet the same problems are happening. And it's because you were looking for an external solution and not dealing with the problem internally. So what this is something like same problem, different institution, or same institution, different problem. Another thing you're chained to. Another thing that will offset your emotional state. Another thing where you feel someone is being stingy, and like you are in a position of begging and wanting and pleading. Please give me this. Please, I need this. Just in a position of want. And the other party this institution, they are in a position of withholding, of limiting resources, of hanging on to things and not being as generous as they need to or as you would like. And so you're feeling like, I always have to ask. I always have to ask. I'm tired of asking. I'm tired of wanting. Uranus came up in the Astrological Oracle. And Uranus is in the 10th house, I believe. 10th house is career. So, and I can see this in other Taurans I know in my life, which is they're doing something that's outside of the box or going, their careers right now are in a direction that are like really aligning to their like life goals and career goals, and that's really exciting. And I haven't touched base on them with this particular instance, but I'm really happy and really proud of them for like feeling rewarded in their career. But what this reading is telling me is that they feel good in their career, in their status, in how interested they are in their job, how much they're learning, and I think that's fantastic. But there's something about resources that's not to Tauran's liking. Like maybe you have less money and no time. Like you're doing something you love, but you just have like no resources right now for like a personal life. Maybe there's a work-life imbalance, and you feel like you always have to ask, like, come on, can I go out and do something? Like maybe if you're in a marriage or something. Maybe you have like no time but more money. There's just something about resources. And remember, resources are not just money. Resources are, you know, things you own. Resources can be in your loved ones. Just what you're getting out, what you can use in the world. So there's something that you're not getting that you want, that you need to, you know, survive in this world. But I do feel like you guys are on a good direction as far as doing what you want to do. I just feel like there needs to be a better look at how you view your resources and what you feel like you are entitled to, but you're not getting. So the, what is it? The Enchanted Map Oracle, I drew for you the Sad Embrace reversed. So I'll read that to you. The Sad Embrace is, loss is a part of life. Let go and allow time to heal you. And reversed, it says, are you still suffering over your suffering? Do you feel that life is treating you unfairly and that you've been robbed or deprived of what you're entitled to? What did I just say about resources? Okay. Do you long for a love that eludes you or the success that has been bestowed upon others? Righteous anger and a sense of entitlement lead to a trap of ego. Your suffering and loss, your suffering and loss will pass if you let them. If you hold on to your perception of unfairness, then you'll find yourself in its tight grip, unable to breathe freely. The only solution is to drop your victim stance and embrace the sadness so that it may dissipate naturally in time. Trials and tribulations build character, which is in its own gift. Find something to be grateful for and take responsibility for your part in all matters. However painful it may be to sit with your sadness, remember that you are loved and will not be left adrift forever. Have faith, for this too shall pass. You are not a victim, only a traveler on a hero's journey. It's okay to be disappointed for now, but know that someday you'll look back and see great value in this experience. So maybe having a lack of something, but being in a place that you love, maybe it's just, you know, growing pains and learning this new enterprise. But only you will truly know, Taurus, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, Taurus. Thank you, thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment below. Again, if you would like to schedule a personal reading, I am offering name your price readings, so please follow the instructions in the description box below. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. See you next new moon.